did I send you to school to go and be laughing? Did I send you to a comedy house? I failed my WAEC. Hmm. It shocked me. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm TK and on this channel we talk about the life of an immigrant in the UK. I'm a bit ill. I think I have the flu or something. So if I sound nasal, that's the reason. And also I wrote a script, so if I'm glancing that way, know that I'm trying to get look at my script to make sure I cover everything in this video. As promised, this video is going to be about my journey from failing WAEC to becoming a project manager in the UK. So let's start. Let me go back a tiny bit to like primary school. Primary school is either I did not like academics or academics did not like me. I was always an average student. Like the, truthfully, primary school I was not actually interested in school like that. Like, oh, it was always, in fact, every time I was getting closer to school, like when my parents are driving me to school, when I just see the fence of my school, my heart will start beating. I'm like, is it that I have all my assignments, everything is done, but in fact, I just did not like it. But during break, you see me at the swings. I was always playing. And then if we're in class like this and we're like 30 people, I would be like 15th to 25th in the class. Like I was always average. Maybe eighth position, very far in between before you see me get like one digit position in the class. And then during speech and prize giving day, when they are giving gift for first position, second position goes to this person, most improved student, this person, me. Guess what I was getting? Most cheerful. Most cheerful. Imagine you're a parent, finish paying school fees, and they are giving your child most cheerful. Did I send you to school to go and be laughing? Did I send you to a comedy house? So like, why you? I don't know why they even gave me that kind of gift. They should have not given me anything. But trust me, I'm happy to even go to go and collect collect the certificate. So that was primary school, and then I still had the infantry. Like the chest in me, I still, when people are living in primary five, me too. I said I want to live in primary five. My mother did not even know how to explain to me why I cannot live in primary five because, of course, I will not be able to cope in secondary school if I'm getting almost like average in primary school. So I wanted to do that because one of my friends, Eunice, her name is Eunice, she was leaving primary school and I wanted to go with her, obviously. So secondary school was a bit better. Secondary school in Nigeria, secondary school you spend 6 years, and the first 3 years is junior secondary, last 3 years senior secondary. Um, Junior secondary, again, I was playing that first 3 years. Guess what TK was doing in secondary school? I was part of the cheerleading team. You see my life. I was part of the cheerleading team. It was a military school, so I don't even know why we even had cheerleading. But I think it was like a new concept to make it more interesting for people to join. I don't know. But once they announced that, oh, we are having a new cheerleading team, we need volunteers. First person to run out in the middle of the whole school was me. I was there. But I really enjoyed it. We went to different cities in Nigeria to compete, and we were always like getting like very like first or second in the competition. So it was really really good. I changed secondary school midway. So in the fourth year to sixth year, I went to a different secondary school because there was a riot in the first school, quite a serious riot, and with tear gas and machetes and all that. Story for another day. And like that riot was we even I go back home 12 midnight, like my whole without slippers, nothing. God forbid. Anyway, story for another day. Went to secondary school, and that one was not as interesting as the first one, obviously, because no cheerleading. That one, Jesus Christ. I did not enjoy that school at all. Like I enjoyed it a bit maybe when I'm playing, like because I used to play badminton with the teachers in the school. Like I used to, obviously when it comes to play, I'm there. I play badminton with the teachers during when people are during siesta when people are supposed to be sleeping. Ah, time for WAEC now. I wrote WAEC, wrote JAM, applied to my university that I finally went to, got admission to the university. I packed my bag. I'm already in school, making friends. I already know CAF one, CAF two. In fact, I even know CAF three. If you know, you know. I even know CAF three with my because my sister was like 2 years ahead of me. Just before matriculation, they said, "Let's go and check our WAEC results." Tell me why I checked my WAEC results and I think I only passed like five courses out of, let me say, like eight, and mathematics was not among it. So I failed my WAEC. Hmm. That's how I start packing my bags and baggages. So hey, as if it shocked me. The if I've already suppressed most of it. I can't even remember a lot of it. I've already suppressed it. I packed my load though and left school. I was already in Ogun State. I'm far away from home. I'm in Benue State. So my parents sent me to my cousin's house in Lagos. So we started looking for like places I can retake my WAEC. So it was either I just retake the WAEC or do the whole SS3 again. And the last year of secondary school is typically to prepare you for that WAEC exam. By the way, WAEC is not what it's called, but everybody calls it like WAEC is not the real name. WAEC is the body, while WASSCE is the actual name. Who cares? Anyway, so I went to in another boarding school and did my 1 year like like full SS3, full last year of secondary school to prepare me for that exam. And I stayed, read for my WAEC, got admission into school again. So my jam was even better than the last year's jam I wrote. Because I don't understand how I was able to pass jam. I'm not, well, WAEC is a different ball game altogether anyway. So I got admission again. Entered school, flatmates, housemates, say housemates, roommates, sorry, roommates, classes, also friends with my sister's friends, this and that and that and that and that. Checked WAEC again, people of the Lord. To Jesus be our glory. We passed this WAEC. We passed it. Hmm. So that was most part of the. So that was me starting university. At the end, I graduated with a 2-1, not like I graduated with a 2-1 from estate management. Immediately after, I went to go and learn how to do bridal styling in Lagos. And then went back to Abuja to do my NYSC. Coming to the UK, I was like, if I'm coming to the UK, I have to stay in the UK. Like anytime I'm coming, it did not matter when. Because I was thinking of staying in Nigeria and then working a bit and saving some money before I come. I don't know how many years I would have used to save that money, but I was like, okay. But I started changing my mind for some reasons, and finally decided to come to the UK when I came to the UK. So I was like, I'm planning to stay. So I need to find a degree that is in line with jobs that are in demand in the UK. So I went to the gov.uk website and looked for the jobs that are in demand. And so project management, things about engineering, other things, other things. I'm like, okay, how can I key into one of these things? So, like with my degree, my undergraduate degree. So I went to universities online, like all the universities in the UK, and started looking for like project management because I like project management. I was thinking of so there were three degrees I was thinking of. I was thinking of MBA, thinking of interior design, and then project management. Interior design, I didn't choose that because you don't need, when I checked online, you don't need a degree to be an interior designer in the UK. So I was like, I'm not going to waste my money or my parents' money on top of degree that I do not need. I'm not I'm not Otedola's daughter. So MBA, I actually got admission to a university to do an MBA, but to me it's a degree that you you should have when you already have a lot of work experience. So because it's a very practical degree, and if you don't have any work experience, like what are you going to apply that to? That's what I was thinking, and from the small research I did, that's what I saw. And then when I saw project management is part of the ones that they're looking for, Abby, no problem. And then I started looking for universities that do project management. Like I always look for rankings, best universities in project management, and then I came across another list of something that said construction project management. I was like, I'm interested in construction as well, and I have a degree in in essay management, which I can like spin into construction project management. So I then look for best universities in construction project management in the UK. I saw Loughborough University number one that time. When I saw that school fees, I said, okay, okay, this morning is plenty. Yeah. So I then started going down the list because I was asking. So I think I asked my boss's son at that time what if the university you go to affects the kind of jobs you get. He said no, but in my mind I'm like, let me give myself as much advantage as possible just in case they decide that they want to start looking at who went to which university. So I started going down the list to see which one that my father's pocket can hold. And I didn't go down too much. I saw like the second or third was Heriot University, Edinburgh. Applied to that, and there's third, fourth, fifth universities on that list. I got into all of them. Like I got admission into all of them, but I chose um Heriot University. I think one of the main reasons I chose them was because it had 2 years degree for the same course. So it had MSc Construction Project Management, and then it had another one, MSc Construction Project Management with placement. That with placement was 2 years because placement is 1 year. So you do classes and exam 1 year, you get do your placement. Placement is like internship in a construction company that the school approves of. You do 1 year and then you come back for 4 months for your dissertation. So it's actually 2 years and 4 months. And I was like, okay, this is good because that you don't need to pay too much money extra for the extra year. And I was like, it's a new country, so I want to have enough time to relax and look around. Let me drink water and drop cup before 1 year finish. So I got into I got into Heriot University. Heriot University is in Scotland. It's in Edinburgh. Edinburgh is in Scotland. Another place is cold. Like England is cold. Scotland is colder than England. So I got there, started classes. Everything was virtual because it was during COVID, 2021 COVID. I didn't mind. My parents were saying, what's the difference between doing this masters at home in Nigeria and doing it in the UK? But in my mind, I'm like, I just need my space. Like, I need clear, just my space, and then direction in my life, for heaven's sake. So, um, I I see their point, but I'm like, I want to leave. I want to japa. Anyway, so I came here, started looking for jobs. So even though my parents were like giving money, I was like, I've always wanted to be financially independent. That was one of my biggest goals in life, like not having to like rely on anybody for money. That was my biggest goal. Thank God for that. So I started applying for jobs. I'm saying apply to um grocery stores, Tesco, Aldi, Lidl, Sainsbury's, some of them. I did not get job. Receptionist in hotels, like or any establishment, receptionist, blah 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 blah. I did not get. I think mainly maybe because of the lockdown, most likely that. But when things started opening up a bit, I still continued applying. Nothing. Ha. And I said, okay, oh, let me go and buy attachments. When things started opening up a bit, I went to buy attachments to do my hair. I was talking to the owner of the store, and like about the attachment, about hair, I've always made braids. Like I've always hair is not my problem. I've always made it. Like I did the one on my hair by myself. So it has never been a problem. So she was like, okay, come over, do some samples, let me see your work, and then see where I can employ you. She obviously employed me. It was okay. She was nice, but I was just not. It was not just for me. Like it was just not my space. And when I saw that the agreement we made from the beginning, she was stepping back on it. Like she was not fulfilling those agreements. Um, I started like intensifying my looking for work, what else to do. Like because I'm like I can't stay here anymore. So like she was really nice. She even got me like a very nice cute purse, like for was it the Christmas of that year or I don't know what event it was, but she just got me a very nice purse and that was really nice of her. So I think the main agreement she stepped back on that made me to question things was the plan was if she has a client and she needs extra hands, she will let me know a day before and then I make the hair. She gives me a percentage of that money. Makes sense to me. Fine. If I'm not doing that, then I can do whatever I'm doing with my time at home. But it turned out that later on she wanted me to just sit down in the shop, like just sit down, because she also sells like hair products, hair extensions, and the rest when there are no clients. So and she was not paying me for that service. I'm like, no, this is not making sense. That one was bad. I was still applying for my jobs by the way. That one was bad, but the one that actually annoyed me the most was when like she I don't even know what happened. And she started like scolding me in front of the clients. I did not tell her this, but I was like, in my mind, I'm like, you don't talk to me like this in my house. Like, even my father respects me. They don't to talk to me like in front of the whole community. Ah, they don't know I'm a title chief. Anyway, um, I from there I was like, my days are numbered in this place. I have to leave. No, this cannot happen. Why? Like it's one thing you calling me aside to tell me. And funny thing is, it's not even something big. Because if it was something big, I would have fully remembered it. Very very flimsy thing. I don't know if she got annoyed before she entered the shop, but Abba, why? So um, so this was I was still doing my masters during this whole process. Anyway, luckily for me, not too long after that, I got a job in Max and Spencer's night shift warehouse, working in Max and Spencer's. So the job was night shift. Max and Spencer's, if you know Max and Spencer's, they have clothing, but they also have food stores. So this one I worked in was a very very big one. If you know Edinburgh, it's Max and Spencer's Gyle, Glye. So it's a very very big Max and Spencer. So it has two sections, food and clothing in the same space. But I was working in the food section. So so the job was stocking the shelves in the Marks and Spencer's, and a part of that Marks and Spencer has frozen food or food that needs to be in the fridge. So it displayed in the fridge. So my work was to go into the freezer in the warehouse, in the freezer, and bring out food from the freezer, put it on like things that have wheels, and push it to and organize it in the fridge. Mind you, this is a minus 2 degrees, -1 degree, 0 degrees outside. I'm sure inside was even colder than that because that freezer, the freezer even had like rooms. It was oh my god, hey god. And this is me that just coming out from Nigeria. It's not that it was dawning on me that I'm actually living and like fending for myself in this place. So Max and Spencer's. I did that for a bit, but I was like a seasonal employee. So when like the Christmas, the festive period ended, they didn't need as many people, so they let us go. Um, but that was not so much a problem. I started working in hotels, like cleaning hotels. So I used Indeed Flex. So it's this um If you know Indeed, use it to search for jobs. But in this Flex, it's kind of like a very flexible way of getting the job. So you have the app. If there are available like appointments, like available jobs you are interested in, you accept the invite and you actually go there to work. I did not mind cleaning. I actually chose cleaning because there's option for cleaning, there's option for kitchen porter, option for different other things. I chose cleaning because I like cleaning. It's work, but it's not really a lot of work to me. Like, so I was working with a small hotel. Make if you know Edinburgh, if you come out of the train station, you see Mercure Hotel. That hotel. They know me. In fact, they were even thinking of making me permanent staff for cleaning. I actually enjoy the cleaning. And you see, I like it because they'll give you a number of what do you call it? Number of rooms that you are responsible to clean within the number of hours. And in my mind, I'm like, after you let me be, don't just disturb me. Let me allow me my earpiece. Let me be. It was like relaxing to me. So I was doing that. Uh Before that, like when I come back, when I was working for Max and Spencer's, I started applying at that time. I will apply for jobs. Like again, I went to the gov.uk website, look for companies that sponsor visas, went to Grad Cracker, look for graduate jobs because I was going for a graduate job because as I said, I don't know if I said it already, but I did not get a placement. I applied for a number of placements, but did not get it. Because I did not get it, I had to convert my masters from 2 years to 1 year. But my visa was still saying 2 years, so I had a lot of time on my visa still. Um, so I would have had like at least 1 more year before I applied for post study visa. So let me go back to my train of thought. So I was working in the hotel, cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. So at that time, the I was still applying for jobs and started getting like invites for interview. So my first invite for interview was to this company I'm working for now. Actually, that was the only interview I had to do. I only did one interview, guys. See God, one interview, and believe like that was my first interview in my life. I've never had to do a job interview in my whole life. I had zero experience when it comes to interviewing. So I knew that I needed all the help I could get. So at this point, when I got that um letter, I was still making hair for people though. Like even no matter what I was doing, I was still making hair for people. Like I was always making braids. That was for sure. Installing frontals and the rest. In fact, at that time, I even got a client, my first bridal client in the it was in Garlic Shells, and had very lovely girl. Um, I did her hair, her mom's hair, and I think her aunt's hair. I'll put some pictures up there of the bridal styling. Like, so I've always done hair, no matter what's happening in my life. So one of my clients that saw me on Instagram or something like she just saw my page on Instagram looking for hairstylists to install frontal, and she came to the house. I'm saying this is very random. I was actually doing my dissertation at this time. She came to my house and saw some post-it notes. I'm always putting post-it notes everywhere because there's always a lot of things going on, like more than one thing going on in my life. Um, so she saw something about um job application and stuff like that, an interview, and she was like, "Oh, um, do you want my husband to interview you? Like, I see that you're preparing for an interview. Or what are you preparing for interview for?" I was telling her the role I'm preparing for, and she was very very like you could see that she was really happy about it. She's African, by the way, and I think she's from Zimbabwe, either Zimbabwe or Zambia. I can't remember correctly, which is really bad of me. And then her husband is Scottish. And I'm like, are you not going to ask your husband first whether he's interested in interviewing me before you just send me to like before you just tell him that? She's like, no, 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 no. He loves doing things like this. He's a very, very, very senior person in the company he works for. Um, So I said, no problem. Oh, thank you, ma. Let him do mock interview for me because, as I said, zero into experience. And also, what people that are listening to this video, if you're doing your masters in the UK, if you're doing undergraduate in the UK, if you're studying in the UK, you have a career team in your school. The career team's responsibility is to, like, they are responsible for things like checking your CV to see if it's good, enough to send out for job applications. They do mock interviews as well. Like they do a lot of things. So you need to find your career team in school. If you're going in person, if you're checking online, find them. That's the whole job. Their whole job is to check your CV, job interview, like prepare you for all those things. Like I even did one interview with somebody from my school's career team, but I can't really remember what we talked about because these other two people that were not in my career team really helped me a lot. If your school has it, check for it, you find it. Anyway, um, so one thing that he really helped me with for this my job interview preparation was he was using all these softwares that my company was going to use because when they are sending you your interview, like inviting you for an interview, they give you all the details, who is interviewing you, what's how they're going to interview you, if it is in person, if it is virtual. Mine was virtual. um the type of interview question, like they won't say what interview questions, they say the type of interview questions. So there are many types of interview questions. I will list them on the screen here. So they will tell you which particular one just to make you more prepared for it so that your best foot forward. So um so he went through all that process, all the apps we're going to use, the link, he did the whole process. So it was I was familiar with it before my job interview itself. As I said, I have no job interview experience, especially in the UK, zero. So I needed this one. And then professionally, like I can talk with people, like I know how to talk fluff, like talk about nothing, like just gist. And but when it comes to serious talk, ah, wahala. So um he did that for me. I'm really, really grateful for that. And this another thing, God, you have to put God in your situation. Like let God be working with you side by side in every situation. Because what are the odds that this young lady from nowhere saw me on Instagram to do her hair from nowhere? Oh, my husband is going to do give you a mock interview, like, and all that was like supporting me. Like it was really, really useful to me. And then somebody else gave me a job interview. He went in detail preparing me for this interview, down to how I'm introducing myself, how I'm looking, what I'm saying. He gave me the likely questions, how to answer those likely, because he gave me those likely questions. I went to YouTube to like check like how to answer those questions because obviously he's a busy person. He's an engineer working for one of the big companies in Saudi Arabia. But I think at that point he went to Nigeria to visit his parents. He's from Benue State as well. So that one, we sat down. He was um like putting life, because I was sounding like a robot at some point. He was like, no, let's sound less like a robot and more like a person. So like no, I'm saying you could see that he was even tired. Like on the call, you could hear him yawning. I'm saying down to midnight because he he will still be there working on this thing with me. Even to a night before the interview, we were on the call together. He was like, after the call, go and record yourself, talk into your voice, whatever, and so that you can listen to how you are sounding. Like, and I'm like, God, thank you for these people that you put in my life. Because there's this prayer point I learned from Covenant University. And that prayer point was, and I think the person that spoke about this prayer point, her name is Irene. I can't remember her surname. Like she has really, if you were to see you, like she had really colored eye, maybe like hazel eye, very rare kind of eyes. And she said, God, anybody that is going to take me towards your destiny, my destiny that you have for me, bring them to me wherever they are in the world, bring them to me. And anybody that is with me now that is not going to take me towards your destiny for me, that's taking me away from my destiny, send them as far away from me as far as the north is from the south. I remember that prayer point. She said it during one of these very plenty church we used to go to in Congress University. And I've always made that prayer. And it has always come out. Because what are the odds? Like, who are these people? Like, who are these people? Like, you can draw the connection, but there are people that need this kind of people in their life, but they don't have it. So there's this, I never belittle this particular thing that God did for me. So anyway, I've turned it to into sermon on demand. So the day of the interview came. A day before, I had to go to Primark to go and buy myself a blazer because I did not have blazer. I was feeling hotel. What am I using blazer to do? But because it's a virtual interview, I have to look as professional as possible because they're not seeing me. As many props as as many props are needed, I was ready to do it. So I wore my black blazer. In fact, what was inside was my thermal wear, my pajamas. I'll show you a picture. I did my makeup, my ring light. I have my ring light there, everything on point. My answers on point. So all the answers I have prepared. So what he was preparing me for was examples, like examples of each question, like every likely question. You say, give an example of this. Like even if the interviewer doesn't ask you for an example of that, give an example of it because you need to stand out one way or the other. So that was one thing I was preparing for. So even if it was not the exact questions that were being asked, but I was able to, like, I had answers in my head that could fit into any of the questions. So you could see the interviewers really nodding their head. There were two interviewers. One of them is my manager now. That one he will not allow me. Um, so, well, my manager, he was not supposed to interview me. He was not among the people that were supposed to interview me. He was not there. But the person that was supposed to interview me, the second person, she was not available, so he stepped in. And then another, I think the second person was his manager at that time. So of course, I already gone to LinkedIn to go and stalk all of them to go and see any connection I can draw between myself and him because we are all human beings and you remember people more. That's how we make friends. You make friends by having enough things in common with the person, and that's how you remember people. So, I went to LinkedIn and checked these people. I said, okay, okay, okay. So the second person that was there, he was not even smiling. My manager was smiling during the interview because if I met him now. He's a very happy fellow. That's why we gel. We are both happy people. So the other person was not smiling. I was like, what am I saying that is making me angry like this? That one, so I met him. He left the company before I joined him, but I met him in my manager's wedding, and like we talk. That one. It was not my. I maybe the smile is inside, not outside. I mean, I need the boost. I need. Anyway, my manager was there to give you the boost. So and there's one question I remember they asked me. It was my manager that asked me this question. He said, what was the most recent thing you've learned? Like what was like something like that. Like, what was the most recent thing you've learned? And I was like, in my mind, I've not prepared for this question because okay, I don't know where he went to go and get the question from. I said, oh, um, I said that recently I've been trying to start, like, I want to start learning French. I did not say I'm a professional French speaker. I did not say I'm proficient in French. I say I want to start learning French. So I got this app called Babbel that it teaches you conversational French or any language you want. And then he said, "Oh, now my partner is from France. My partner is from France, and I've been looking for a way to learn French. What's the name of this app again?" I said, Babbel. Where did I learn Babbel from? All my YouTube I used to watch. All my YouTube, everybody's advertising Babbel that time. So I'm like, okay, tell me why this man went to go and download this app. He now paid £30. I mean something. £30 for this app, and he did not use it. Now I tell him that I'm owing him £30 because I made him to go and download this. Something. Oh my god, this is my life. So that was the interview. So um after the interview, I asked them now. So when am I expecting to hear back from you? They said it usually takes 7 days, but they will get back to me in like 3 days or less. I was like, why are these people getting back to me early like this? She had no for my hand in this interview. Why are they getting back to me early? So anyway, after the interview, I said my goodbye. See me smiling. My teeth. Ugh. So after the interview, I thank God for the interview, put it into God's hands, continue my application. 2 days, maybe 3 days after, um somebody called me from the company. I'm like, oh, I'm from this company, and I want to let you know that we have sent an offer to your email. Kindly um do the needful, accept or decline the offer. My man, I'm like, this one does not even know what's going on here. She does not know what's going on. I could not even contain myself. Ah, I just lay down on the ground. Like after the call, I just lay down on the ground and I was like, God, this is you. Like this is actually you. Like it's you. Like there's not. I did some small work, but you are the one that actually set everything in place to ah you know I stood up on the ground, started dancing, play hey I don't even need music. I started playing my own music, started dancing to my own music. ah God. So there's this particular song I was singing that time. um in fact there are two songs I remember: All That Matters and Too Faithful to Fail by Moses something. They all you are all my voice has gone, I have cough. I'll put you in front of my melody. That song. Even till now, like when I think about that song, like it takes me back to that time. And it's just, in fact, I'm still having goosebumps till now because what are the odds? Like, I know that did some small work, but it's just amazing. It's just amazing. And I know that it's God. And the other one, you're too faithful to fail me. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, those two songs, I just thank God for that. Then, because as Nigerians, we know God, but we have a tendency to think that it's all by power. Even the Bible says not by power, but not by might. Um, I danced, called my family, of course. Everybody screaming, send them the offer letter that they sent to me, everything, everything. Let me show you God. Let me show you. Not so too long after that time, these people sent me another offer letter. I've not even started work. I'm still working I'm still cleaning hotels at this time. Oh. Don't forget, I'm still cleaning hotel because I had like they asked me when I want to start work. I don't know why I decided to push it to like 4 months after. I think I needed um money. I needed to gather money for what do you call it? NHS, the health surcharge. So even if the company pays for the job, the what do you call it? The visa application, like skilled worker application, we have to pay for the health surcharge. So I needed to do that because they gave me option for 3 years post study, 3 years skilled worker visa or 5 years skilled worker visa. Of course, I chose 5 years skilled worker visa. Who am I? So it was a lot of money, so like £3,000 at that time. Now it's double of that. Anyway, so I had to gather that money. So I gave myself that time to gather the money. So I was still working for the hotel that time. I was still cleaning hotels at that time. So tell me why these people sent me another offer, another email. Disregard the first offer. We are sending you this offer, increased pay. I've not started working for these people. The only thing I've done since I've heard about them is to sign acceptance. They increased my salary before I joined. Salary increase. So by the way, they paid for my move to Sheffield as well because I'm working in Sheffield. Because they asked me during the interview, where do I want to go? I was like, because it's an international company. They even have a branch in Nigeria. I don't know what they're doing there, but they have a branch in Nigeria and like everywhere in the world. So they were like, where do you want to go? I'm like, don't leave me here in Edinburgh and don't take me to London, but any other city in the UK, in England, is fine by me. So because I'm not married, I don't have children. So what is holding me? Nothing is holding me. I came one, just me to the UK. So nothing. Even when I was applying for jobs, when I was saying where do you want to apply to, UK was the only thing. Everywhere in the UK, send me there. What's my business? I pack my load and go. Everything's an adventure for me. Again, I like to play. I can just jump and go. They pay for my movement to Sheffield, and they also pay for what they call it, like the first few weeks. No, the first few, yeah, I think in 2 weeks of you moving to a new place. So they pay for your move and then your accommodation for the first few weeks. But me, I didn't ask them to pay for that because I was moving straight into my house, and I did not want to have to move, stay in a hotel, and then have to move again to my house. So from there, I was able to get a house here in Sheffield. Got my friend to view the house and moved straight from the train station because I had to pack all my life basically in one train to Sheffield. So that time, I can now talking about even moving. I was working for there's one lady. Her name is Maureen. I tried to contact her, but I'm not able to reach her. So I was helping her to organize her house. 3 bedrooms, 3 bedroom house for just her. So she needed help putting things together. So it was her boyfriend that drove me to the train station to come to Sheffield. Are you seeing how people God is not bringing people? Are you seeing? This somebody that I'm working for. She now brought her boyfriend too. She was even more proud of me that I got the job. If all her neighbors, she told them, "Oh my God, Tokwase," and she loves to call my full name. Tokwase, she got a job. She's going to work for a very big company. Oh my God, I love that lady. So she got her boyfriend in her car. Her boyfriend drove. He put all the things in the car, drove me to the train station, put my things on the train. That's the boyfriend because she cannot do a lot because she's sick. So then that was how I came to Sheffield. So I got this job before I graduated, got what they call it, increased pay before I even started the job. Tell me that God does not exist, please. Somebody should tell me. Somebody should please come and tell me that. Anyway, moved to Sheffield, started working, and let me tell you, this was, as I said, I did not attend any other interview apart from this job interview. Like just one interview, that was it, by God's grace. So I'm saying the people in this company, like I don't even understand how they were able to find nice people, this number of nice people in one, and the culture and nothing is toxic. Like everything is clean and clear. They'll show you this is what you need to get to your promotion. I'm actually preparing for my promotion next year. Join hands and pray for me that it happens next year. Prepare for my promotion next year. This is what you need to do to get promoted. This is what you get when you get promoted. Like everything is clear. Nobody doing anything. Like they have shown you everything. If you show them all the things that you have ticked off your this thing, what is stopping them? So I'm already preparing for that. I've already passed my first exam. That's look at me passing the exam. Full circle. This is me passing the exam. Once I wrote my PFQ. It's under APM, Association for Project Managers, under that body. Um, so I wrote my PFQ, passed it. It's one of my requirements. Right, preparing for my next exam, and what they call it, and doing other things in the job to get me promoted. So, so that's the story, oh my guys, my people. That's the story. That's the story. See me like this, that face my egg. I'm sure people did face worse things, worse setbacks than this, but I'm not going to belittle my own setback. It was a big thing to me. So from failing my egg to becoming a project manager in the UK, collecting the bag, collecting the actual bag in the UK, I'm living a very very comfortable life by God's grace. Like I'm able to save, I'm able to invest, I'm happy to go to work. Like even like yesterday, like I work very closely to the head of my division, and he wanted me to do a particular thing. My mom's very tiny thing that I didn't even mind standing up. I'm saying by like 11 p.m. I stood up. It's very, very, this never happens that I have to work out of hours, never happens. But this was like a fun thing. I was creating like he what he wanted was like a slide, like PowerPoint, interesting PowerPoint presentation was what he said. But obviously I'm always extra. So I went to Canva and gave them, in fact, I wish I could play for you, but most of the things I'm working on in my company are very confidential, and so I can't really say, but it's fun. Like I really enjoy it, and I'm doing what I love. I really enjoy it, and then I still have time to have my bridal appointments. Like I don't know if I introduced you to my mannequin here. She steps in for me when I don't have a model. Anyway, I hope this video encourages you. I hope my sniffing was not distracting you throughout the video. I hope this video encourages you that no matter where you are in life, no matter what stage of my journey you relate to, it- God, with God and a bit of hard work, like nothing is impossible. In fact, my middle name is Ifeanyi Chukwu. If you're Igbo, you know there's nothing impossible with God, or with God, nothing is impossible. Like put it in God's hand. We need your help. I need your help. Help me. Like it's it really helped me coming to the UK by myself. Like just me, just strolling into the UK and beating all the odds, left, right, and center, thriving. And by the way, if you have reached this time of the video, please subscribe, like, share to your friends that can relate to this. And if you are in the UK and you are interested in, if you want me to make a video of the detailed version of how I applied for my job, or my jobs that I applied to, like this, the companies I applied to, the spreadsheet I used to like track my job applications, because you're applying for more than one job, so you need to track it. The where I got the companies that can sponsor a visa. If you're interested in that information, like the detailed version of how I applied for this my graduate role, let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to make that video for you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.